Myth: you need to be rich to care about your finances. False. The reality is, anyone earning an income should prioritize improving their money management skills, regardless of their income level. Developing good financial habits early on determines whether you'll thrive or struggle for the rest of your life. And the crazy part? Many people never learn it. This is MindSnack Finance, bite-sized lessons with lasting value. Let's face it, we've all made financial mistakes. Maybe you've paid credit card interest for years. Maybe you bought a car you couldn't really afford. Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck despite a decent income. Or maybe you have nothing saved for retirement. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You're not bad with money, you just never learned the rules. Now, what if I told you that everything changes the moment you understand 8 simple personal finance principles? That in the next 10 minutes, you'll learn what it really takes to build wealth, something many people never figure out in their entire lives, and that it's never too late to completely transform your financial future. I've seen 50-year-olds with nothing accumulating wealth by retirement. I've seen minimum wage earners build more wealth than people with six-figure salaries. The difference isn't income, it's knowledge, a new mindset, and better financial habits. Take Michael. At 28, he thought he had it all figured out. A good job, nice apartment, new car. But behind the scenes, he was drowning. $800 monthly car payment on a depreciating asset, $23,000 in credit card debt from impulse purchases, zero emergency fund, zero retirement savings. Then COVID hit. Job gone, bills piling up, no safety net. Michael faced a choice: declare bankruptcy or finally learn the money habits he had avoided his whole life. He chose to learn. 3 years later, emergency fund fully funded, credit cards paid off, investing 20% of his income, on track to retire at 55. Same person, new knowledge, new financial habits. That's the power of personal finance. Personal finance isn't just about money, it's the foundation for everything else in your life. Here are 8 reasons why it matters, and we will review them one by one. Avoid financial pitfalls. Knowledge helps you avoid costly mistakes like living beyond your means, unmanageable debt, or poor investments. The average American household pays around $1,200 annually in credit card interest and fees. Car repossessions are rising because people can't afford the monthly payments. Do you see the pattern? You become the player, not the product. Financial institutions make billions selling products to uninformed consumers. When you understand the rules, you stop being the target. You choose what is right for you. Less stress, better sleep. 76% of Americans lose sleep over money. Financial knowledge is literally better than sleeping pills. Good debt versus bad debt. Good debt helps you build wealth. Bad debt destroys it. Most people can't tell the difference, and it costs them hundreds of thousands over a lifetime. Freedom of choice. This isn't about being rich, it's about having options. The power to leave a toxic job, help family, or pursue dreams without fear. Wealth creation. Saving, investing, and growing wealth isn't luck. It's a long-term game when you know how, and you can learn the rules. Faster goals. Whether it's buying a house or a car, funding education, or starting a business, personal finance skills accelerate your timeline. Financial discipline. Last but not least, learning personal finance will help you develop good financial habits. Habits compound. Discipline today becomes freedom tomorrow. This is what truly serves you for life. If you're new to personal finance, you're in the right place. Think of this as the start of a journey, not just about money, but about choices and building the life you want. By learning money management skills, you're not just balancing numbers, you're building freedom, security, and the ability to say yes to the things that matter most. Together, we'll explore the essential building blocks of money management: budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. These aren't abstract concepts reserved for experts. They are practical skills you can apply every day to take control of your financial future. Let's briefly examine each of them. Budgeting, your financial compass. Budgeting is the foundation of financial control. It's not about restriction, it's about clarity. A budget shows you where your money is going and helps you align spending with your values. There are many approaches to budgeting, but here are three popular ones. The 50-30-20 rule: 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Zero-based budgeting: every dollar is assigned a purpose, so income minus expenses equals zero. Pay yourself first. Savings and investments are treated as non-negotiable expenses you set aside before anything else. The method matters less than the mindset. A budget isn't a punishment, it's a compass. It helps you see whether your money is flowing toward what you truly value. For example, if travel is important to you but your budget shows you're spending more on takeout than on your travel fund, you can adjust. Over time, budgeting becomes less about cutting back and more about making intentional choices. It's the difference between wondering where your money went and telling it exactly where to go. Saving: building your safety net. Life is unpredictable. That's why savings are your cushion. From unexpected car repairs to sudden medical bills, having money set aside prevents emergencies from turning into crises. The first goal is an emergency fund. Experts often recommend 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. That might sound intimidating, but don't let the number discourage you. Start small. $500 or $1,000 can already make a huge difference. The key is consistency. Even setting aside $20 a week builds momentum. Once your emergency fund is in place, you can save for bigger dreams: a vacation, a down payment on a home, or even starting your own business. Savings give you options, and options equal freedom. A helpful trick is to automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer to a separate account right after payday. That way, you're not relying on willpower. You're building a system that works in the background. Investing: growing your wealth. While saving protects you, investing grows your money. Inflation slowly erodes the value of cash, but investments, whether in stocks, bonds, or real estate, have the potential to outpace it. Investing may sound intimidating, but at its core, it's about putting your money to work for you. Imagine planting a tree. At first, it's small and fragile, but with time and care, it grows into something strong that provides shade and fruit. That's what investing does for your financial future. Here are a few principles to keep in mind. Start early. Thanks to compound interest, the earlier you begin, the more your money can grow. Diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different asset types. Think long-term. The stock market goes up and down in the short term, but historically it trends upward over decades. Even small, consistent investments can compound into significant wealth. For example, investing $200 a month at an average 7% annual return could grow into over $240,000 in 30 years. That's the power of compound interest and consistency. Debt management: regaining control. Debt can be a useful tool, but unmanaged debt quickly becomes a burden. High-interest credit cards, private student loans, or personal loans can drain your resources and limit your options. The first step is awareness. Know exactly what you owe, the interest rates, and the minimum payments. From there, you can choose a strategy. Debt snowball. Pay off the smallest balance first for quick wins, then roll that payment into the next debt. Debt avalanche. Focus on the highest interest debt first to minimize the total interest paid. Both methods work. The best one is the one you'll stick with. The key is to create a realistic repayment plan and stay consistent. Every payment you make is a step toward freedom. Managing debt wisely doesn't just free up money for saving and investing, it also reduces stress. Imagine the relief of opening your mailbox without dreading another bill. That peace of mind is worth the effort. Let's look at some stories that illustrate the importance of personal finance. Lisa thought she was broke on a $75,000 salary. After tracking expenses for 30 days, she discovered $816 a month leaking away on unused subscriptions, takeout, and impulse buys. That's $9,800 a year gone. Budgeting gave her clarity, not restriction. Jake versus Mary. Both faced $3,000 car repairs. Jake had an emergency fund, minor inconvenience. Mary, living paycheck to paycheck, used a credit card. That $3,000 repair turned into $5,200 after interest, as she was paying small amounts every month. Your emergency fund isn't just money, it's a financial cushion for the unexpected. Amy versus Ben. Amy invests $200 a month starting at 25. Ben invests $400 a month starting at 35. At 65, Amy has $1.4 million. Ben has $1.1 million. Amy invested less but ended with more. That's the power of compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world. Personal finance isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each decision you make, no matter how small, shapes your financial story. By mastering budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management, you're laying the groundwork for a future defined by choice, not constraint. Remember, this is a journey. There will be setbacks, unexpected expenses, market downturns, or months where your budget doesn't go as planned. That's normal. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Think of personal finance like fitness. You don't get in shape from one workout. You build strength over time through consistent effort. The same is true with money. Each habit you build compounds into long-term results. But remember, nothing will work unless you do. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. Action without persistence is just a start. Knowledge plus consistent action, that's the formula for financial freedom. The best time to start learning personal finance was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Your future self is counting on the decision you make today.